Hey, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here with me. Today, we're going to dive into something I am so passionate about, and honestly, it's one of the most powerful concepts out there, manifestation momentum.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. Do less to get more? That sounds completely backward, right? I mean, we're all taught that to get more, you have to do more, you have to grind. But what if I told you the real magic, the real unstoppable momentum actually comes from a place of ease, not from more effort?
And that brings us right to the heart of the matter, the problem with pushing. You know that feeling, right? When you're trying so hard to force something to happen, you're grinding, you're hustling, and it feels like you're just hitting a wall? Well, that's because you are. All that pushing often creates the very resistance that blocks what you want. It's this crazy paradox, but I've seen it play out over and over again. Okay, so look at this. This really breaks down the shift in perspective we're talking about. Over here, you've got burnout culture. Ugh, it's all grinding, forcing, paddling harder and harder against the current. It's exhausting, right? A constant struggle. But then on the other side, you have the flow state. This is all about ease, allowing, and just riding the wave. You see, it's not about managing your time. It's about managing your energy. That's the huge shift. We're moving from resistance to receiving. Because at the end of the day, manifestation is an energy game, not a time game, period.
All right, so this leads us to the super juicy part, the physics of momentum. And I want you to totally reframe how you think about this. Forget the idea that momentum is something you have to constantly crank out through sheer force. Instead, think of it as this incredible energetic force that you build up, and then you just let it carry you.
I absolutely love this. An aligned thought in motion stays in motion. It's Newton's first law, but make it vibey. Ha! It's so perfect, right? Think about it. Just like an object in motion stays in motion, once you launch a positive, aligned thought, and this is key, the feeling that goes with it, it has its own momentum. It's already moving. Your only job after that is not to keep pushing it, but to just get out of its way.
And here it is. This is the definition we're working with. Energetic momentum is the sustained vibrational alignment with your desires. Let that sink in for a second. Sustained. That means the attraction keeps going, even when you're resting, even when you're binge watching your favorite show. So rest is not hitting the pause button on your manifestations. No way. It's actually a crucial, essential part of the process that gives your desires the space to find you. So of course, this brings us right into the spiritual heart of this work. Because you really can't talk about letting go and allowing without talking about trust. I mean, trust is the secret sauce. It's the accelerator that takes all that effort and transforms it into effortlessness. Please, please, please let this one really sink into your bones. Rest is not wasted time. It is fertilizer for your future. When you step back, you're not being lazy or unproductive. You are literally creating the fertile ground for your dreams to take root. You're giving the universe the space, the breathing room it needs to line things up for you, to orchestrate all those beautiful synchronicities. Okay, but how does this actually work? Like, what is trust doing? Well, here's the thing. Trust isn't just a passive waiting game. It's an active frequency. It's sending out this powerful signal to the universe that says, hey, I'm expecting good things. And when you do that, it shifts your entire energy. You go from this clenched fist of trying to force everything to these open, relaxed hands of receiving. And that clear, high vibe frequency, that's what makes you an absolute magnet for what you want.
Okay, so this isn't just woo-woo spiritual talk. For all my science lovers out there, you're going to love this. There is incredible science that backs this entire thing up. Your own biology, your brain, is literally wired to support this effortless way of creating. So let's take a look under the hood at what's actually happening in your brain when you rest.
All right, don't let the big words scare you. Long-term potentiation. It sounds super complicated, but the idea is actually really simple. Imagine your brain is like a grassy field. The first time you walk from one side to the other, you're just pushing through tall grass. But if you walk that same exact path every single day, what happens? You create a trail, right? It gets easier and easier to walk. Well, that's exactly what's happening with your thoughts. Every time you focus on that feeling of what you desire, you're walking that path, strengthening that neural connection and making it way more automatic for your brain to go there.
And here's the incredible payoff. Your vibe literally becomes muscle memory. Through that process, that feeling you've been practicing, whether it's success or love or abundance, it becomes the brain's new default setting. It feels so familiar, so normal, that your brain just starts expecting it and automatically looks for evidence of it everywhere in your life.
And then there's this other piece of brain magic, your Reticular Activating System, or RAS for short. The easiest way to think about it is like your brain's personal Google. You know how when you decide you want, say, a red convertible, and then suddenly you see red convertibles everywhere? That's not magic, that's your RAS. It's this filter in your brain that's sifting through millions of bits of information every second and only showing you what you've told it is important.
So here's the real game changer. Your vibe is the search filter. Your emotional state is the search term you're plugging into that internal Google. So when you cultivate a feeling of ease, of gratitude, of positive expectation, you're literally telling your brain, hey, show me more stuff that feels like this. And your RAS goes to work, pointing out all the opportunities, the people, the signs that match that feeling, all without you having to lift a finger to search for them.
Okay, I know this can all feel a little bit theoretical, so I want to bring it down to earth with a quick story from my own life. A story that shows exactly how this less effort, more magic thing plays out in the real world.
And this is a direct quote from me because it's literally what happened. I had been working towards this dream opportunity, and I decided, you know what? I'm just going to let it go for a weekend. I cleared my entire calendar. No goals, no to-do lists, zero expectations. I just was. I walked my dog, I sipped my tea, I went to the park and was just enjoying the day. And then, Monday morning, an email lands in my inbox. It was the exact opportunity I had wanted for months but had completely surrendered. The momentum I had already built was doing the work for me while I was resting.
So I really want you to be able to tap into this feeling for yourself right now. Let's move from just talking about it to actually doing it. I'm going to guide you through a super simple 5-minute exercise you can use anytime to anchor yourself back into that feeling of flow and trust.
Okay, let's do this together. Wherever you are, just get comfortable for a moment. First, just breathe. Take a really deep breath in and a long, slow exhale out. Good. Now, just notice. Gently check in with your senses. What can you hear right now? What can you smell? What do you feel? Just be present. Okay, now connect. Place a hand on your heart and just ask yourself, what feels really good right now? And it can be super simple. The warmth of your hand, the feeling of being supported by your chair. Just find something. Now amplify it. Imagine that good feeling spreading through your whole body, like warm sunlight. And finally, affirm. Silently to yourself, just repeat. Momentum is on my side. I trust the energy I've built.
And that feeling, right there, that gentle, warm, flowing feeling, that is the essence of what we're talking about. That is what it feels like to stop paddling and just ride the wave you've already created. You're not forcing anything. You're just allowing the forward flow that is already yours.
So as we start to wrap this up, I really want to gift you a new paradigm, a whole new way of looking at success and momentum that you can carry with you into your day, into your week, into your life.
So forget the old rules. Here are the new rules of momentum. Number 1, alignment before action, always. Number 2, rest is a state of receiving. It's an active part of the process. And number 3, and this is maybe the most important, your only job is to not interrupt the flow. That's it. I want you to really let this question land. What if your only job today was to not mess up the good energy you've already built? Just imagine approaching your day with that mindset. It takes all the pressure off, doesn't it? It totally shifts your focus from striving and pushing to just maintaining that amazing state you've already cultivated. Now, if this really lit you up and you want to go so much deeper with more stories, more of the science, the full shebang, then you've got to check out the full episode, Vibrations and Manifestations, episode 40. It's the perfect companion for a walk or just a quiet moment to yourself. And so I'll leave you with this final thought. Go find a quiet moment today and just ask yourself, what magic will I allow to find me today? By stepping back, by trusting, what amazing things are already on their way to you. Thank you so much for being here with me.